Philippines. While walking around Dumaguete, I saw what appears to be homeless expats. I know there are other cities in the Philippines with homeless expats. I often wonder what could have caused them to be homeless. I want to delve into more details as to how this could be. Worldwide, homelessness is a complicated problem that has an impact on diverse population for a variety of reasons. Homeless expats who came to the Philippines for a variety of reasons but are now without stable housing or enough money to support themselves are a major and rising source of concern in the country. It is crucial to investigate the wider structural factors that contribute to this problem as well as the individual circumstances of expats who become homeless in order to comprehend why this issue exists and how it arises. Number one, financial mismanagement and economic challenges. Uncertainty in finances is one of the main causes of homelessness among expats in the Philippines. Because living expenses in the Philippines are lower than in their home countries, a large number of expats relocate there. They might have plans to launch a business, retire, or subsist on investment income, savings, or pensions. But unanticipated events like inflation, exchange rate swings, or inadequate financial planning can quickly exhaust their resources. When their income source isn't enough to cover basic living expenses, expats without a strong financial safety net may find themselves in a precarious situation. For instance, some expat residents depend on pensions from their home nations, which could be worthless in Philippine pesos due to unfavorable exchange rates. Any change in exchange rates can make it harder for an expat on a tight budget to pay for rent, food, and other essentials. Insufficient savings or financial assistance may trigger a downhill cycle culminating in homelessness. Number two, illnesses and lack of insurance. An important additional factor that contributes to the homelessness of expats in health issues is health issues. Many expats living abroad are retirees or elderly people who may experience health problems. Their finances may be swiftly depleted by chronic illnesses or medical emergencies, particularly if they do not have adequate health insurance in the Philippines. Even though healthcare costs in the Philippines are often less than in many Western nations, they can still be unaffordable for people without insurance or sufficient savings. Additionally, a number of expats arrives in the Philippines unaware of the country's healthcare system or the value of obtaining insurance. If they fall very ill and are unable to work or support themselves, they may spend all of their savings on medical bills, which will leave them unable to pay for necessities like rent. Number three, marriages and relationships that failed. Because of failed relationships and marriages from their country, a significant number of expats come to the Philippines to marry or form long term relationships with locals. In fact, the Philippines is a popular destination for expat men seeking romantic relationships as it has a large population of English speaking women and a culture that values family relationships. However, not all relationships work out as planned. And when marriages or relationships fail, expats can find themselves in dire straits. Expat may have frequently put their savings into family businesses, joint ventures, or real estate. They might lose access to these assets in the event of a breakup, leaving them without any money. A broken relationship can also have an emotional toll that increases the risk of homelessness by causing depression or other mental health problems. In the Philippines, one particular problem is the lawfulness of property ownership. Land cannot be owned by expats, and if an expat has invested in the name of a spouse or partner, losing everything could result from a separation. Number four, legal and visa problems. Legal or visa related problems are another factor that can contribute to homelessness among expats. To enter the Philippines lawfully, visitors have other countries other countries must have valid visas. While temporary extensions are possible for tourist visas, longer term residents usually require more permanent visa arrangements, like work or retirement visas. Not all expats, though, are able to keep their residency status. Some people may overstay their visas because they are unaware of the rules, while others may become ineligible for long term visas as a result of personal or medical problems. An expat may face penalties, fines, or deportation after their visas expires. People sometimes find themselves in a situation where they are in a state of legal limbo because they are unable to pay the necessary penalties. This may seriously hinder their chances of landing a job or finding safe housing, which could ultimately result in homelessness. Number five, mental health issues and addiction. Expats residing in the Philippines are not exempt from the significant contributing factors of addiction and mental health issues that lead to homelessness globally. Some expats suffer from alcohol or drug addiction, which can eventually cost them their jobs, their social support networks, and their homes. Expats may encounter difficulties obtaining addiction treatment or mental health services in a foreign nation. It may be challenging to ask for assistance due to linguistic or cultural barriers, and there might not be enough readily available or reasonably priced services for visitors. Consequently, expats struggling with addiction or mental health disorders could end up alone, jobless, and unable to afford secure housing. Furthermore, some expats may already have pre existing mental health issues that get worse with time after moving to the Philippines. Living in a foreign country can cause stress and anxiety, and when these problems are compounded by the absence of a familiar support system, homelessness may result. Number six, cultural isolation and insufficient social support. Expat homelessness in the Philippines is also significantly influenced by the cultural isolation and a lack of social support. Relocating abroad can be a thrilling experience, but it can also be difficult, especially when it comes to acclimating to a new social and cultural milieu. Expats who experience difficulty assimilating into Filipino society or establishing significant social ties may become vulnerable and alone. When they first move to the Philippines, some expats might not have a strong support network and must rely entirely on their income. They might not have any friends or family left to turn to for support if those resources run out. This is particularly problematic for expats living abroad, as it makes it harder for their families to help them out when they're in need. Furthermore, a lot of expats are not familiar with the resources available in the area, so they might not know where to turn in the event of a housing or financial emergency. They might not be able to get the assistance they require due to their ignorance and cultural differences. Number seven, the COVID 19 pandemic and economic disruptions. The COVID 19 pandemic has made the Philippines expat homelessness problem worse. Due to lockdowns, travel restrictions, and the economic downturn, many expats who have previously resided in the nation lost their jobs or witnessed the failure of their businesses. Some expats were forced to stay in the Philippines due to restricted travel and limited income opportunities, leaving them unable to find stable housing or make their way back home. In addition, the pandemic decreased foreign travel, which has been a source of revenue for numerous expats working in the travel and hospitality sectors. An increase in number of expats are experiencing financial instability and fewer career opportunities, which has left them struggling to make ends meet. In summary, there are a number of systemic and individual factors that contribute to the homelessness of expats in the Philippines. The COVID 19 pandemic's effects, failed relationships, health crisis, addiction, visa problems, cultural isolation, and poor financial management are all factors in the rising number of expats without a secure place to call home. Addressing this issue requires both individual planning, such as securing proper health insurance and understanding visa requirements, and systemic support, including access to social services and mental health care tailored to the expat community. Homelessness among expats in the Philippines is often a situation that emerges gradually as a sequence of unfavorable incidents undermine their social support networks and financial stability. The Philippines has a low cost of living and a friendly atmosphere for visitors, but it also has obstacles that can be challenging to overcome without enough planning and resources. All right, folks, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Until next time, have a good day.